Let's stop pretending that you need a $5,000 custom build to put food on the table. There is a whole industry designed to make you feel inadequate about your gear. They tell you that unless your rifle was hand-built by a wizard in a climate-controlled cave, you can't make an ethical shot past 200 yards. That is absolute garbage. The gap between off-the-shelf and custom shop has never been smaller. Manufacturing technology has gotten so good that we are now seeing sub-MOA accuracy from rifles that you can buy at a sporting goods store on a Tuesday afternoon. We aren't talking about bench rest queens that weigh 20 pounds. We are talking about practical, field-ready precision tools that respect your wallet. Today, we are cutting through the marketing hype. We are ranking the top 5 precision hunting rifles that actually deliver results, not just status symbols. We are starting with the budget king that punches way above its weight class and working our way up to the single best value proposition in the firearms world today. If you want to know where the smart money goes, stay tuned.
Number 5. Ruger American Gen 2. We're starting with the rifle that basically forced every other manufacturer to lower their prices and up their game. The original Ruger American was a disposable tool. The Gen 2, it's a legitimate contender. This is for the guy who wants to spend money on glass, not the gun. Ruger finally fixed the stock. It's rigid, it's got that splatter texture so it doesn't slip out of your hands when it's covered in mud, and it comes with a muzzle brake right out of the box. I took a 6.5 Creedmoor version of this to the range last week, and with factory match ammo, it was stacking holes touching each other at 100 yards. It has a 3-position safety, which is a feature usually reserved for rifles that cost twice as much. Reality check. It's still a budget action. When you run the bolt, it sounds like a zipper. It's got that zip-zip friction sound. It's not smooth, it's just functional. In the finish, it's tough, but it looks like it was applied with a spray can in a garage.
Number 4. Savage 110 Ultralite. If you hike 5 miles into the backcountry, ounces equal pounds, and pounds equal pain. Savage understood this assignment perfectly. They teamed up with Proof Research to put a carbon fiber-wrapped barrel on a factory rifle. This thing looks like a custom build. It's incredibly light, coming in under 6 pounds. That carbon fiber barrel isn't just for looks. It stiffens the barrel and dissipates heat faster than steel. The AccuTrigger is still one of the best user-adjustable triggers on the market. You can dial it down to be whisper light. I watched a guy at a precision clinic run one of these all day long, and while the other thin-barreled hunting rifles started wandering as they got hot, the Savage held its 0. Reality check. The stock feels cheap for the price point. It's got that hollow plastic sound when a branch hits it. Also, the bolt lift is heavy. You really have to muscle it open after firing a hot round.
Number 3. Tikka T3X Superlite. Now we enter the realm of European efficiency. The Tikka T3X isn't flashy. It doesn't have a cool camo paint job or a carbon fiber barrel. It is just cold, boring perfection. This rifle is for the minimalist, the hunter who cares about one thing: the first shot, cold bore impact. The action on a Tikka is legendary. It feels like glass sliding on glass. It's the smoothest bolt throw in this entire list, period. You can cycle this action with your pinky finger. The barrels are made by Sako in Finland, and they don't leave the factory unless they shoot sub-MOA. I've owned 3 Tikkas, and not a single one required break-in or gunsmithing. They just work. Reality check? It kicks like a mule. Because it's so light and the stock design is very straight, you feel every bit of recoil in a Magnum caliber. And the magazines? They are single-stack plastic and they cost way too much money for what they are. Number 2. Springfield Model 2020 Waypoint. This is the new kid on the block that came out swinging. Springfield decided to blur the line between a hunting rifle and a tactical competition chassis. The Waypoint is gorgeous. It features a carbon fiber stock that is hand-painted and feels solid as a rock. No hollow plastic sound here. It uses a guarantee of 0.75 MOA accuracy, which is a bold claim, but it backs it up. It feels like a dedicated sniper system that went on a diet. The ergonomics are fantastic. The vertical grip keeps your hand in the perfect position for a precise trigger pull. A buddy of mine took this on an antelope hunt in Wyoming. He had to take a shot at 450 yards in a crosswind. The rifle was stable enough that he could spot his own impact in the scope. That is rare for a hunting rig. Reality check? It is expensive. We are getting close to the custom price territory here. Also, the carbon fiber barrel is an extra cost option. If you get the steel barrel version, it's significantly heavier to lug around the mountains. Number 1. Bergara B14 HMR, Hunting and Match Rifle. This is it. The Bergara B14 HMR is the rifle that changed the landscape. Before this gun existed, you had two choices: a skinny, inaccurate hunting rifle or a heavy, expensive tactical chassis. Bergara looked at that gap and built a bridge. The HMR stands for Hunting and Match Rifle, and for once, the marketing name isn't a lie. This thing uses a mini chassis molded right into the stock. That means the action is bedded on aluminum, not plastic. It is rock solid. You get an adjustable cheek riser, which is mandatory for modern scopes, and a vertical grip that feels perfect. But the real magic is the action. It is a clone of the legendary Remington 700, but built with tolerances that Remington hasn't seen in decades. The bolt is buttery smooth. The barrel is a heavy contour that can handle long strings of fire without wandering. I have personally taken this rifle from a PRS competition on Saturday straight to a deer blind on Sunday. It does both jobs at a level that frankly shouldn't be possible for this price tag. It is the Goldilocks gun. It's not too heavy, it's not too light, it's just right. If you only have the budget for one rifle to do everything from banging steel at 1,000 yards to filling your freezer, this is the only answer. Reality check. It is heavy. Fully loaded with a scope and a bipod, you are looking at a 10 or 11 pound rig. If you are climbing 10,000 feet up a mountain chasing sheep, you will hate this gun. It's a stationary hunter, not a hiking stick. So, here is the bottom line. The era of needing a custom gunsmith to build you a precision rifle is over. The machines won. Whether you go with the lightweight utility of the Savage or the crossover dominance of the Bergara, you are getting performance today that our grandfathers couldn't even dream of. The gear is no longer the excuse. If you miss, it's on you. Here is the question I want to see you fight over in the comments. Weight versus stability. When you are hiking into the woods, do you punish your legs carrying a heavy rifle like the Bergara so you can take a steady shot, or do you save your back with a Tikka and deal with the recoil? Let me know which side you are on. Train hard, stay safe.